Hello there, I'm Scotty, and you're not. And continuing Tubi Horror Weekend, I decided to double down on these some bad it's good weird movies. So, what a better place to get a so bad it's good weird movie than Full Moon Features. And that's why this time we're taking a look at, take a breath, Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama. That's a name. So much that, like, for some reason, when I search for it, it won't keep on YouTube. It won't keep the search in there, so I have to keep on typing in the same thing over and over again. This is a movie filmed. It came out in 1988. Filmed by David DeCato. Produced by Charles Band, and starring Linnea Quigley, Brink Stevens, and another actress, and notably that bring all. This was a film that was known for bringing all three of these scream queens together. And it tells the tale of three college nerds sneak over to the sorority house where they catch the sorority girls being, or these pledges for the sorority being, pledged or whatever it is, and they get caught. So, as a punishment, the sorority sisters tell them that they have to go with the girls to the bowling alley at the mall and get a statue or a trophy, rather, and bring it back. Now, first thought you'd be like, well, why randomly the mall? Where? Well, or the bowling alley. Well, you see the lead, what's her name? Babs. Her daddy owns the mall. So, yeah, they could spy on them, which I thought they were going to do from the sorority house, but they end up at the bowling alley. So my question is, why didn't they just go with them? Why did I have to spy on them? They're going to go to the bowling alley anyway. I don't know. And up to this point, you may think, oh, they're going to go there. They're going to find some killer, and it's going to be some kind of weird slasher film. Oh, no. They find someone there. They find Linnea Quigley, who plays Spider. They find out her name after she mocks Taffy for being a weird name. Her name is Spider. It's probably not her real name, but you know. So the three guys, Calvin, Jimmy, and the other guy, they get there and they knock over a trophy which releases Uncle Impy the Imp, voiced by, and I'm not making this up, Dookie Flyswatter, which is a stage name for, I think his name is Michael Sonia, but Dookie Flyswatter, that's a name. That's a name. It's like a wrestling name. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, Dookie Flyswatter. Yeah. And it becomes a variation of the monkey's paw tale where he can grant them wishes, but the wishes go bad. Unfortunately, they don't use that enough. Jimmy, the fat guy, he wishes for gold, and then it just sits there, and he's like, oh, gold, but he doesn't do anything with it. He goes, well, I can buy a car. Wish for a car. It's like, I never understood. I wish for $1 million. Why? So you can buy. Just wish for the stuff you're going to buy. I know you could probably buy more than what you can wish. You could probably only wish for one thing. But you're like, oh, I'm going to buy this big mansion. Wish for a big mansion. Wish to be a millionaire with a big mansion. Boom, you get both. Millions of dollars and a mansion. But he just kind of sits there And then the other nerdy guy wishes to have sex with one of the sorority pledges, and so she becomes like really, really hot looking, which she always was hot looking. Uh, there is nudity in this film, almost to a disturbing degree. Like at the beginning, not disturbing, but like uncomfortable. Like I get like tit shots and stuff. Like later, there's a scene where the possessed Lisa is like all over this guy because she's been, you know, enchanted by the imp, Uncle Impy, to do so. And she's like topless on top of him, and like pulling off his I got your shorts, and I'm like, okay, and he runs off. Now, because he has second thoughts about this. Now, I understand his point of view, but understand this point of view. I understand the point of view that, oh, she's not herself, it's taking advantage of her, and I understand that completely. On the other hand, if I was aware that I was going to die because of this imp, I'd say that I made this wish, and because I made the wish I was going to die, whatever, like it was going to be kind of monkey paw thing, like, hey, you can have one wish, but you'll die after the wish is granted. And it's like, okay, if I'm going to die, I'm going to have sex with that hot chick right there. Sure, it's taking advantage, but I'm going to die, so I'm reaping what I sow, right? I'm paying for my misdeed. You're taking advantage of this chick, but you're going to die, so it's kind of a, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying. He doesn't know he's going to die. And this is where I think the monkey's paw thing isn't used properly. Because like I said, the guy wishes for the gold, but then he just gets decapitated by the... So, the imp finds the three sorority sisters spying and turns two of them into weird zombie. One looks like the Bride of Frankenstein. The other one is a zombie thing. And the other one, Babs, gets away. And then they decapitate the fat guy. What does that have to do with your wish? If it's a monkey's paw thing, then the wish would turn. And much similar with the other guy who wishes to have sex with Lisa, Rhonda just burns his face in the kitchen. Which apparently, even though the place is closed, the stove is on for some reason. That's not how the monkey paw works. Yes, they both get their, they die, but I don't know. And then Lisa gets killed for no reason later because they're done with nudity. But like I said, at first it's uncomfortable because they have, first of all, you have the pledge thing where they're spanking them on the ass with the paddle because that's a thing in sororities and fraternities. At least it was back then. I don't know. Supposedly. And these guys are watching them, and then they spray whipped cream all over them and say, okay, now you gotta go take a shower and wash it off. And we stand there, and we see full frontal Brink Stevens with Harry Bush and everything, just full frontal, and she's standing there for like, I gotta be 5 minutes, and it's almost like she agreed to just stand there and talk with the camera focused. They go cut between the guys watching them in the doorway and that, but it's just like, it's kind of awkward how she's just standing there. I mean, I don't know. Something about it just comes off as uncomfortable to me. Like, it's different when you watch pornography. It's different to that where you're expecting it in pornography. Where here, it's just like right there. And this is a movie. How did this now get an X rating for full frontal? I mean, they threatened Return of the Living Dead, speaking of Linnea Quigley, they threatened Return of the Living Dead with an X rating, and they had to do a prosthetic coochie. So she looked like a Barbie doll. She had a Barbie doll cooch, Barbie doll crotch, whatever. And they get away. Why? Because the bush is covering it up? To me, that's not covering anything. Yeah, I get the way they stand and everything. I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But anyway, enough bush talk. So they find the janitor who was knocked into a closet, and then he gets out, and then they go to talk to him, and the running joke with him is that he has a hearing problem. So, like, when Spider, when these characters yelling at him, she's saying things, and he misinterprets it. No, 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 not that. But he tells the story of this guy. I forget the name, but it's the surname that the director, David Decato, used when he was directing pornography before this, which makes a lot of sense, the nudity in this film, once I learned that. But, he says that this guy summoned an imp so that he could win a bowling tournament or something. Okay. And then had to trap him in the trophy. And no one's opened that trophy since. I guess he's been watching over it, but not very well, because now it's loose. And it's killing people. And it does kill people, including Buck Flower, who was killed by one of the girls. But eventually it's down to Calvin and Spider. And look, Linnea Quigley is one thing. I get it. She's a scream queen. I didn't particularly care for her in this movie. This wasn't the first movie I've watched that she was in. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I think she's better than that. But she comes off in both of those movies. I haven't seen any other ones. It's sort of a bitch to me. Like, she's bitchy to Calvin in this entire movie. And then at the end, when he almost dies, she's like, Calvin! And runs to him. And is all of a sudden sympathetic towards him. I'm like, wait, you acted like a total bitch to him the entire fucking movie. And kept asking yourself, well, why am I hanging out with him? Why do I have to get stuck with him? And it's like, you cannot just change on a dime. But Calvin, they finally escape because whatever her name is, head flies off and opens up the doors. So they get out and they decide they're going to capture the imp. Okay, why not just kill it? But I don't know, capture it again. I guess that's the only way to do it. Then again, maybe Charles Band was making on a sequel, which supposedly they're making. I don't know if they ever did, but I don't know if they have yet. But so Calvin goes to get the car, and when he gets the car, somehow, what's her face? Brenda, or whatever her name is still alive and attacks him, but the car flips over just like she captures the imp in a tobacco canister or whatever, and then the car flips over and the other chick is just dead, I guess, but Calvin is alive, and then she's like, we gotta get out of here. The cops could have heard everything, and or someone could have heard what happened, and someone had to have heard that, and the cops will be coming. Where we go? My place. And so they drive off, leaving the imp in the can right there. Take it with you. At least if it's with you, you could make sure no one opens it, because you just leave it out on the sidewalk. Someone's gonna see, oh, what's this? And it's gonna be out. Maybe that's the hook for the sequel that they were going to do, but it took too long to do. I don't know, but I don't buy the little romance at the end. Oh, come with me. Also, you're fucked. Your fingerprints are all over that place. A bunch of dead bodies, and you two were in there, moving around, touching things. I'm pretty sure there's an axe with some fingerprints on it. It's his car. So, or it's a car registered to one of the three. You know, it's not going to be as smooth as you think. You go to her place, but still, the fingerprints all over the place. The cops are going to find them. In the end, I wanted to give this a So Bad It's Good, but I don't know, it was fun. You know what? I'll give it a So Bad It's Good, because it's fun, but there were moments I felt was kind of boring. There's a lot of times where they just cut back to them sitting there talking, the Spider and Calvin. And it's like, why do we keep, Other people are dying and they just cut back to them talking. And I don't think the monkey's paw thing was worked in right. It could have been done better, but it's fine for what it is. I'll give it a So Bad It's Good. I don't really know. I give it a not worth your time. But honestly, with a name like this, you should check it out. It's so nuts. It's all good and so bad it's good. But what are your thoughts on Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.